In this video, we will investigate the paired sample t-test. The paired sample t-test can be used a couple different ways. One is if, for instance, an experiment is done, or let's say there's a training class that's held, and you have values that you are going to collect both pre and post-test, pre-training, post-training, something of that nature. Well, you can look to see if it was effective by running a paired samples t-test. Another way of using this particular t-test is to look at the difference between means of values for a couple different things that a measure is investigating. So for example, we will click here in Jamovi t-test, and we are going to go to paired samples t-test. And in this case, our sample, we want to look at, let's say, authentic behavior of leaders as well as selfless behavior of leaders. We will click the descriptives, and what our hypothesis is basically stating that to reject this hypothesis, the two different measures will not be equal. In this case, the paired sample or paired variables is authentic and selfless. The two values are 15.9 and 15.7, and those mean scores, you can tell they're very close together. You would expect that not to be significant. And sure enough, our p-value, which should be less than 0.05 alpha level, is not below 0.05, therefore it is not statistically significant. However, if we look at two different values, we'll click influential, so if the manager or the leader is influential, as well as moral behavior. The values we see here, the mean scores are 14.7 for influential and 16.3 for moral behavior. And sure enough, the p-value is less than 0.05. It's actually less than 0.001. It is statistically significant, meaning there is a statistically significant difference between these two values. And using this example, that would make some sense, because just because someone's moral does not necessarily mean that they would be influential.